Wanting to be a great dad and knowing how to be a great dad, there's a huge difference between the two. And I've spent 13 years as a father trying to figure out how to be a great dad and really struggling, really having a difficult time wanting to show up for my kids, not getting distracted by my phone, not yelling at them. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the vlog. Today, I want to share with you guys a little bit about my story, a little bit about my journey as a dad, trying to figure out how to be a good father. I have 5 kids from the ages 13 to the age 2. Parenting will really reveal where you actually are. Your kids are honest with you and you live with them 24/7. To be honest with you, it's like the hardest thing I've ever done. The core of my struggle has actually been the fact that I've really been confused. When you put the pressure of being a parent on top of all the confusion, it's a lot. Something God said to me a couple years ago was really helpful around being a father. He said, if you were doing this perfectly, it would be really hard. How do I know if I'm doing enough? How do I know if I'm doing the right things? There's so many blogs, there's so many different people with an opinion on the internet about how to parent, what you should or shouldn't be doing. And honestly, it's a recipe for disaster, just a ton of confusion. For me, as someone who has a tendency towards guilt, I feel like I'm not a very good dad, and I feel like I'm constantly not doing enough. And that feeling, that insecurity ends up becoming the place by which I engage my kids the most. And I've really had to understand the need to understand myself in order to be able to be a good father, the need to be able to see my own heart.
I took it out.
See, there's a light.
What the? Ben! Elijah, it makes a fire! Look!
Okay, real talk for a minute. If you guys have been watching this channel very long, you know I've had this channel be about my family's missions to Norway that happened now 6-7 years ago. You know this channel has been about our lives as missionaries. Some Amish missionaries, there's a version of this channel that was talking about the struggles of being a missionary. And we're now kind of evolving again into this channel being about what it means to be a father. And I think society today is longing for wholeness, trying to address the heart. And we used to go to pastors, we used to go to teachers, we've always gone to gurus. And I think that's starting to shift away from pastors and spiritual leaders to counselors and therapists. We're longing to figure out what's wrong with me, what's going on inside of me, and how do I fix it? And I actually genuinely believe we don't need counselors and therapists as the full solution to this internal tension, this internal struggle with why am I not okay, and what's wrong with me, and how do I live a good life? I actually think what we need is fathers. And the problem is that many of our fathers weren't fathered by their fathers and how to deal with their hearts. And we've focused for a long time about outcomes. How do I have a successful business, successful marriage? How do I train my kids well, have a peaceful home? But we haven't addressed the heart. And I think fathers are designed by God to address the heart. But the problem is we can't address the heart if we don't know our own hearts. And if you're a father watching this and you're thinking, okay, so what does this mean? What does this look like? It means I want to help you see your heart so that you can see your kid's heart. And then I want you to learn how to hear God and how to take what your heart is saying and bring alignment to God's design for your heart and God's design for your family so that you can live in peace. You can live knowing that you're okay and that you've addressed your heart's concerns, you've addressed your heart's pains, you've addressed your heart's loneliness and brokenness and shame with truth And then from that place, you can now engage your purpose. You can now step into your role as a father. You can step into your role in society. You can invite your kids to do the same. All right, I'm taking my oldest and my youngest boy, and we're headed downtown Dallas. She's got youth with upper room, and I'm taking Elijah to the park downtown. If you're a dad, I want to invite you to join me. I haven't figured it all out. I'm on a journey myself, but I have figured out how to find peace, how to wrestle out the difference between what's in my heart and what's in my world around me. And I want to invite you to come join me on this journey. I'm actually going to be doing a cohort for dads starting in September. And I'm going to start doing something called the story design process here. And I've actually got another YouTube channel called Stay and Go, which is the new ministry that we're launching. And you can actually see videos already there, and there'll be more videos coming, including a new course. So go check it out.